The 30-day magic formula. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's find out. So the 30-day magic formula is basically doing something you want to get really, really good at for 30 days in a row. Pretty simple, right? I got this concept a few years ago from a YouTube video, and he said, do something for 30 days in a row if you want to get really, really good at it. And now before you say, Ty, I don't have enough time to play golf for 30 days in a row. I get it. You've got your job, you got your kids, you got family, you got other hobbies. You've got a life. It's not just golf. I get that, but just hear me out. So back when I was younger, when I was about 16 or 17, I idolized two golfers. First golfer was Luke Donald. Now Luke Donald was in the top 5 in the world rankings for a few years, and then he finally got to world number 1.
One birdie away from number 1 in the world.
All the way, dead center.
The second golfer was KJ Choi. KJ Choi just had won the Players Championship in 2011.
KJ Choi is a Players Champion.
As a fellow Korean, winning that Players Championship was a massive, massive deal. Now, I didn't idolize these two golfers because they were good. There were other great players around the world as well. But I idolized these two golfers, not because they were just good, but despite being a shorter hitter, they were able to win the Players Championship. They were able to get to world number 1. And for someone who couldn't hit the ball very far when I was younger, that gave me hope that I could someday reach their levels. Now they were very straight, yes, but their short games were exquisite, especially their bunker play. So I wanted to test that 30-day formula in the bunker because these two are my idols and they were the two best bunker players in the world. I wanted to see how good I can get at bunker play. I wanted to get so good that when I got into a bunker, it didn't matter what lie it was. It could have been plugged, it could have been on the side slope, it could have been on the front slope, it could have been on downhill slope. It did not matter. I knew straight away I was getting up and down with it, zero doubt. And so for the next 30 days when I went to practice, the first thing I would do is go into that crappy little bunker that I had at my old golf course and hit bunker shots for about 30 minutes. You know, I wasn't the worst bunker player in the world, but I wasn't the greatest either. But because these two were the best bunker players in the world, I wanted to up my bunker game and get to the level that they were at in 30 days. Now there's one more very important key to this 30-day magic formula, and that's feedback. Feedback is so crucial. If you don't have feedback, it's going to be like chasing your own tail. You absolutely must have feedback if you want to progress really fast. So the first thing was I filmed myself a lot. So I needed to know what I was doing and what I was doing wrong. The second thing was I watched my idols non-stop. I studied their videos on YouTube. I watched them whenever they got on TV. I had to find the secret source of what were they doing that I wasn't doing? Because if I could just change my motion to what they were doing, the best in the world, then hopefully maybe my bunker play could become the best in the world. Obviously, you don't have to choose bunker. Just choose something that you want to get really, really good at. It could be putting, could be irons, could be pitching, could be driving, could be bunker like me, wedges, could be chipping, hell, it could even be flop shots. It could even be just one particular club in your bag that you hate. When choosing that one thing that you want to get really good at and want to do for 30 days in a row, I suggest you choosing your weakness. By choosing your weakness and getting really good at that, you're going to see the biggest gains in your golf performance. If you choose something that you really, are good at already, you're not going to get the biggest benefits from there. So highly recommend you choosing something that's your weakness rather than your strength. Just my 2 cents. Now, you don't have to just practice at the golf course. If you can get to the golf course every day, great, but most people can't. So Practice while you're at home watching TV. Practice in your backyard. Practice in your garage. Sneak a few reps in the office when you can. Do some reps while you're shopping. The 30-day magic formula isn't limited just for the golf course. Doing a few reps here and there, doing some mirror work at home, or simply just gripping the club and doing a few swings is going to be hugely beneficial for you in the long run. Never ever neglect a few reps here and there, but whatever you do, don't miss a day. Another thing I want to quickly note is that the first few days is going to be the hardest. So I don't want you to chop and change the thing that you want to get really good at. I know you want to get good at everything, but I want you to just pick one that's going to have the biggest benefit to your golf game and just stick with it. The first week is going to be the hardest, but I guarantee you, if you just stick with it, you're going to have some big rewards at the end. And guess what? After all these years, I still consider one of my biggest strengths on the golf course to be my bunker play. Coincidence? I think not. So the keys to the 30-day magic formula is pick something you want to get really good at and pick a model or an idol that's really good at that thing. 2, give yourself a lot of feedback and film yourself often. 3, study your role models and observe what they do differently to you and try to copy them as best as you can. And lastly, do it for 30 days in a row, no matter how short the practice sessions are. And just before I go, I wanted to share what one of my old coaches told me. He told me to have a chumugi. He's Korean, and that's a Korean word. And chumugi means main weapon or your specialty. So the 30-day magic formula is basically getting you to sharpen your main weapon, sharpening your specialty. What's your specialty? If you're a character in a video game, you have a specialty, right? So you have a main weapon that you're going to use against your enemy. So that is it for the video, guys. I challenge you to do the 30-day magic formula. I think you'll be very surprised at how good you can get at one thing if you just do that for 30 days. And comment down below what you're going to be working on for those 30 days. And if you like the video, give us a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.